is put on in those competitions.
Even
nobody knows anything about it.
A Dambe fighter even goes on to be a better boxer tomorrow because he has a lot of technique. He's fighting on one leg and can still punch. So that's a lot of technique. It's traditional.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but
the kind of things that are available to us and which we've taken for granted. And I think I read somewhere that if you take something for granted, it gets taken. Somebody else takes it up and polishes it and turns it into a money-spinning invention. And there you are biting your fingers that, yes, I invented this.
I was once part of it.
Nobody wants to know that. That's history.
And that's why...
that is what people are doing on the West Coast. Yeah. They are making major strides with this traditional sport. Even ram fighting, which interests a lot of people, it can still be harnessed much better. Bullfighting is a massive sport in the Latin American countries, in Spain, in Mexico, in South America. People carry out pilgrimages, carry out tourist visits
see the crowd
to Sevilla to see these kind of things. The running of the bulls in
of money that goes behind the scene.
The running of the bulls in Pamplona is a spectacle that people do not miss every year.
Yeah.
Yet we have ram fighting in Nigeria.
And someone just says it's local.
And people say it's local. Yet people like the Traditional Sports Council are trying to promote it.
Yeah.
And they are doing big things with it because even it's gone international now because they now have competitions, regular competitions with countries on the west coast of Africa. They regularly have competitions with competitors from Ghana, Togo, Benin Republic. There's so much we can do.
I agree.
We cannot leave it to the hands of the Traditional Sports Council as alone. You and I and everyone else also have their part to play.
And that's what we're trying to do tonight. We have a part to play. We're telling you that the Lagos State Traditional Sports Association are putting together a 2-day championship for Ayo and Kokowa. It's going to take place at Roe Park in Yaba. It will start on the 28th of this month around till the 30th. Just go out there and have some fun, watching people play Ayo. In case you don't have any idea what Ayo is all about, you can go there, get some education. They will also be ready to teach. And that's what we're trying to do. Let's promote traditional sports in Nigeria. And leaving traditional sports now, let's go to Abuja where Chukwumerije, after fighting for this country, won a bronze medal at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. He's not stopping there. He says he wants to develop Taekwondo in Nigeria. And what is he doing? He's getting ready for the Taekwondo Open. And it's good to know that countries, powerhouses in Taekwondo, Mali and Togo and even Niger Republic, are already in the country to take part in this.
Yeah, Chukwumerije is a man after my heart because a lot of athletes, national athletes, after they've served their time with the national teams,
they go to sleep.
A lot of them just tend to focus on their private lives and their businesses and say, look, I've done my part for Nigeria. I think I can retire in peace. But people like Chukwumerije are insisting that they do have a lot to give. And he's putting together this competition, the 3rd CCSF International Taekwondo Open, which has already begun in Abuja. We have Mali there. Mali was the first foreign contingent to arrive for the 2-day tournament, while Togo and Niger Republic have also continued their training in Abuja in readiness for the competition. On Friday the 23rd, other countries will also arrive. We'll also have World Taekwondo Federation certified referees coming from Kenya, Egypt, Ghana, Niger Republic, and Mali. As well, so it's really remarkable what they are trying to do.
It's massive because you're bringing the entire Africa into Nigeria. You're giving our taekwondoists an opportunity to get good exposure. But I mean, Mali, they do so well with taekwondo. So you go against a Malian, even if you don't beat the guy, you get 1 or 2 lessons, which is very, very crucial.
Very true. And over 300 athletes are expected for this competition from Nigeria and outside as well. So it's going to be really, really competitive. The World Taekwondo Federation are sending referees to ensure that the standard is particularly high. So you expect nothing but the best at this kind of tournament. And like we consistently maintain, if our Taekwondo is, or our martial arts teams, if they consistently have, the time or the opportunity to rub shoulders and compete with the best wherever they are, be it in Africa and abroad, they can only get better. I've said it here before, you cannot sharpen a sword with cotton wool. You can only sharpen it with something equally as hard or even harder. And the only way you can do that is by participating in some of the toughest competition available. You remember the story of our wrestler, our female wrestler, Ade Kuroye? I mean, with all her talents, she's struggling to be able to make the major championships, and that is what has affected her ranking.
Yeah.
If she was able to go to those major championships, compete with her peers, some of the very best in the world, who says that she cannot be number one in her category?
That's it. She keeps saying it too, that if she keeps fighting, she will actually conquer the world. Let's talk about this guy who is getting good playing time. He has done his bit in ensuring that table tennis gets some following in Nigeria. Arnold Quadri, as we speak, he's in Poland for the IWTF World Tour. A video will come up now. We'll tell you the story of that video, but the update is that Arnold Quadri, remember, he moved to France, left GD Toledo's in Portugal, but he can still play for both teams. He's a winner of the Super Cup in Portugal. But this is in Poland. That's Egypt's Omar Assar and Nigeria's Aruna Quadri. They are going to partner each other in the doubles, and they're already doing big things. I love it. In their first game, they defeated India 3-1. Their second game, they defeated France 3-1. And as we speak, they are taking on Hungary. Now, this is so sweet for African table tennis, Tune Koiki.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I just love it, you know.
These are the biggest rivals.
Look at that.
These are the biggest rivals on the African continent.
Yeah.
And both of them are actually teaming up in order to win this competition. It's really fascinating.
Yeah.
And both of them are such charming individuals. You meet Aruna Quadri, so despite all his talent, despite all his fame, so humble, so easygoing, has nothing but, passion and desire burning in his eyes. Very humble fellow, and he's always a delight to talk to. Never turns down an interview from anyone at any time.
Same with Omar Assar.
I've seen Aruna Quadri answer the same question over and over again.
That's a man who wants to develop the sport.
From different journalists, and not once did he take offense.
Yeah.
Ditto with Omar Assar. Omar Assar is so young. I think he's just 25. He's so young, and he has achieved so much. Yet he still remains very well grounded, so humble, so talented. And these two men are leading lights for table tennis in Africa. Just by watching them alone, you understand the potential that Africa has. And they are doing this all with little or no funding. I'm saying this in relative with what the kind of funding that the English table tennis national team gets, the Chinese table tennis national team gets, the Taiwanese table tennis national team gets. Aruna Quadri is, you know the story of Aruna Quadri.
So
Omar Assar has his own private coach that he pays out of his own pocket. He also gets a little support from the Egyptian Table Tennis Federation as well. But these two can do so much more if they have the requisite support. And here is this video again. Two of Africa's brightest table tennis talents, number 1 and number 2 in Africa. They are teaming up together, playing the doubles event.
They're dealing with the world right there in the doubles event.
And they're tearing the world to shreds.
I just love it. What does it tell us? That with sports we can bring everybody together.
We can break borders.
The brothers right there. They don't see themselves as open. And I like the fact that he kept on punishing Omar, and then he came, he won it, and it's just love,
you
right?
You think they're brothers? Wait for the Lagos Classic. Wait for the Lagos Open.
We've got to go. Thank you so much for doing this.
Always
so
a
much
pleasure.
fun having to talk sports with you. So that's it. With that video from Aruna Quadri and Omar Assar, now you know that sports can go a long way in touching lives. We love it right there. Let's go on a break. We'll come back. We'll go to Washington, D.C. Last week, Sonny Young was here. We'll go to Washington, D.C. to find out what's going on with Sonny Young. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay.
I think that was a very close game, very difficult for both teams to create chances, because I think that we play very concentrated and with a lot of intensity, so it was not easy. In the first half, I think that maybe we play better in the moment that they score, where we had before that some clear chances, but we didn't score. It was important to draw before we finished the first half. And the second half really was very difficult for both teams to create one chance. Finally, I think that we improved a little bit more in the last 10 minutes, and we had the character to try to win the game till the end, but without giving space to a very good team as Sevilla played today. Well, it's important because we won both games in the last minutes, and both games we were 1 goal down. So the character of the team, I think that maybe you have a lot of criticism about this team in Europe, but I think that these two last games that we played in Europe reflect that we have the character to try to win. We will continue trying to improve our play, but for me the character, concentration, intensity in Europe is very important to win also.
In the first half, we could not play in a higher tempo.